I know. Okay, on that note, if we're going to stand, I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Call this evening's meeting to order. First, we have a proclamation for Constitution Week. Renee, do you want to present first?
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I have some pocket constitutions. Would someone like a pocket constitution?
Still have one from last year.
I got one in my purse. Anyone else? I think
I'll say James. I'll take it.
Renee.
Renee.
I think you.
I'll take it.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
That's pretty cool.
Okay. I just want to a minute, Constitution minute. And that's on the 250th anniversary of our nation this year. And the reason, a lot of people don't talk about this, but the reason that there was a Declaration of Independence was to say, our founders, that they are separating from Britain. King George III. That was a serious thing. They put their lives on the line. And not only did they inform Britain, but they informed the other countries that were helping us in that war effort. And France wanted to hear that. They wanted to see that we were serious. And so that is why they wrote the Declaration of Independence. Now, our independence would not have come about unless we had the Constitution. Constitution was the laws of the land. And the Bill of Rights was taken from the Declaration of Independence. I'm sorry if my voice is kind of that. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say, was that I hope that you celebrated it in some way this year. It's a great victory that we've gone this long for 250 years, and hopefully we'll continue. That's all I have to say.
Okay. I cannot read the proclamation out there. All right. Whereas September 17th, 2026 marks the 239th anniversary of the drafting of the Constitution of the United States of America by the Constitutional Convention. And whereas it is fitting and proper to accord official recognition to this magnificent document and its memorable anniversary, and to the patriotic celebrations which will commemorate the occasion. And whereas Public Law 915 guarantees the issuing of a proclamation each year by the President of the United States of America, designating September 17th through the 23rd as Constitution Week. Now therefore I, Mayor Lee House, by virtue of the authority vested in me as the mayor of the city of Paola, Kansas, do hereby proclaim the week of September 17th through 23rd as Constitution Week, and ask our citizens to reaffirm the ideals of the framers of the Constitution had in 1787 by vigilantly protecting the freedoms guaranteed to us through this guardian of our liberties, remembering that lost rights may never be regained.
Anyway, so that's fine.
Okay,
Thank you, thank you. Mayor House, appreciate it. Thank you very much.
All right. Next, we have a Chamber of Commerce presentation.
Thank you so much for allowing us to come and take a few minutes. We have been on a mission to just say thank you. I've been in my role for several years, and every single year I have had just the full support of the city, every entity of it. So, I mean, I've had to call Chad a few times, like, you know, we're just really grateful. So, we wanted to come here tonight and say thank you. So I have something here. So Mayor Lee House, and the members of the Paola City Council. So we've got Councilwoman Leanne Shields, Councilman Anthony Hugo, Councilman Joshua Brown, and Councilman J.R. McMahon. So we're here tonight because we want to express our gratitude to you for all you do for a beautiful Paola. Serving a city requires incredible vision, patience, and personal sacrifice, and some thick skin too. And your commitment to Paola is evident in everything you do. So beyond the day-to-day governance of our city, we especially want to recognize the invaluable role you play as mediators for our community. You have the tough job of balancing the diverse voices, needs, and dreams of our residents, and that is no easy task. And we know it can feel thankless sometimes. Yet you approach every challenge with fairness and thoughtful deliberation. You bring people together to find common ground, and you foster a spirit of unity and trust that makes Paola a desirable place to live, work, and play. The hard work, the evening meetings, the tough decisions you take on today are ensuring that our community will continue to flourish and grow for generations to come. So as a small token of our appreciation, we wanted to gift each of you with a plant. So that may seem small, but there's a big meaning behind it. So every decision you make and every initiative you champion plants a seed for Paola's future. And we are grateful for all the seeds you planted to keep Paola thriving. So to end, we sincerely hope that when you look upon your plant that you received tonight, that it becomes a living reminder of the deep roots that you're planting in our town. Thank you for your leadership, and may you always be proud of the accomplishments you've achieved for our community. Thank you for your guidance, your leadership, and your heart for Paola. Thank you, guys. We have these. Are we allowed to come in here and okay?
May we approach the stand?
You watch the
No.
Thank you very much. Red haired man. Nice to see you again, John.
And I'll be in touch with you soon. Sounds good. We've got things. Aw, here's the time.
Thank you all. Yeah,
Thank you.
for the thank you. We appreciate it.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Yeah, so-
Very nice. Okay. That's very sweet.
Yeah.
All right. Next, we have the consent agenda. Any other council have anything on the consent agenda? If not, is there a motion?
I move to approve the consent agenda as presented and authorize the mayor to sign.
I second that motion.
McMahon.
Aye.
Hugo.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Shields.
Aye.
All right, motion passed. Next, we have comments from the public. That's not why you're here then? Okay. That's why I figured. Like, oh, you did a short film today.
Duty.
We'll take that over public comment.
You could be here for many reasons. so- Yeah. All right, next we have a public hearing, and I'm assuming this is changed.
Yes, you
Yes.
may skip over this one, it is.
Yep, I saw
Already
it
in
on the
process.
ground today.
Yes,
Okay. So that's being demolished as we speak.
yes.
New business, the 2026 standard traffic ordinance number 3251.
Yeah, so this is an annual adoption. We do this every year. I had Chief Corbin look over the changes that were made and he was fine with all of those. There's really nothing major that the state has decided needs to change this year. If you have any questions, I'm sure you can answer them.
Do you have any questions for Chief Corbin on this? If there aren't any questions, is there a motion?
I move to adopt ordinance number 3251 incorporating by reference the 53rd edition of the STO with certain omissions and amendments.
I'll second that motion.
McMahon,
Aye.
Hugo.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Shields.
Aye.
All right, motion passed. Next, we have the 2026 Uniform Public Offense Code ordinance number 3252.
Yep, it's the same kind of deal, the little book that the police department follows. And again, the changes were put on here, they made minimal changes again this year.
Anybody have any questions on this one? If not, is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to adopt ordinance number 3252, incorporating by reference the 42nd edition of the UP OC with certain omissions and amendments.
I'll second that motion.
McMahon,
Aye.
Hugo.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Shields.
Aye.
All right, motion passed. Next, the zoning map amendment ordinance number 3253.
So this is a zoning map amendment requested by Luke Graham, who owns 201 Waterworks Road. It's the old Paola water plant that was sold to him. He's requesting it be rezoned to thoroughfare access to allow for single family residential to build a house for his parents. As well as his future plans of moving his rock yard landscaping business there, which is what his initial plans were. The current zoning of the property is industrial, which only allows for industrial type uses. So it would allow for the business side of it, but it doesn't allow for any residential. Thoroughfare access is the only zoning district that would allow for a mix of both of them. It splits along like that piece and more of our commercial areas. With thoroughfare access, when he does decide to open that business, he will be required to have a conditional use permit, as most businesses are thoroughfare access district, just because there's such a mix. I'll go over the standards for the zoning map amendment just briefly. The full write-ups in your memo. So one of them is if it's consistent with the comp plan. This is consistent with the comp plan in the sense that it would add residential uses. It's not consistent with the comp plan's future land use map. However, when the comp plan was done, the city owned that property, so it was still a public property use. So that's something that we will look at changing just to match if this is passed. That the proposed change is consistent with the character of the neighborhood. There's two houses just to the north of this property. So building a house on it, rezoning it to something that would allow for residential would be consistent with that. On down Waterworks, there's more houses down there, as well as some industrial there in the middle. So it's kind of a mixed use area anyways. The extent to which the property is consistent with zoning and use. It's tough to make it consistent with one thing because it takes away from another thing. So again, that's why things requesting thoroughfare access. And thoroughfare access is a less intensive zoning district than industrial, which the land development ordinance requires. The suitability of the property for the use. Most of this property is in the floodplain. However, in your packet, you'll see a map showing the floodplain. There is a decent amount of space where a home could be built outside of the floodplain on this. The extent to which the proposed use would substantially harm the value of nearby property. Staff doesn't feel this will harm any nearby properties. It'll actually probably help with them. So it'll get some use out of the property, bring some life back into it instead of sitting vacant. Which leads into the length of time that it's remained vacant. So water plant operations ceased in 2009. And then continued to be owned by the city until 2023 when it was sold to the applicant. And since then it has been sitting vacant, used as storage. So again, this would bring some good use to the property. Gain, if any, of the public health due to denial of the amendment. There's no gain to be had to the public health for denial of this. It would actually, again, benefited, bring some use to the property. And then recommendations of staff. And the planning commission has unanimously voted to recommend approval of this. There was a public hearing on this. The notifications were sent out. It was posted in the paper. I only received, I think, 2 phone calls from people within that area, and they were more just curiosity calls. Nobody spoke against it. Nobody had a problem with it. And Ben Minden's here. Do you have any specific questions about the project?
Do you have any questions? Ben, are you gonna voluntarily speak?
Me too.
Only if there's questions. Anybody have any questions for Ben? Is there a motion?
I move to adopt ordinance 3253, approving the zoning map amendment for 201 Waterworks Road as proposed.
Second.
Go ahead, John.
McMahon,
Aye.
Hugo.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Shield.
Aye.
Motion passed. Totally get over really hard.
Yeah. I wanted to commend staff on this one because I know these. Whenever something doesn't quite fit, there's always a question of like, how do we make this work? And so, appreciate the attitude of making it. Find a suitable, use for it and something that works for everybody. Appreciate it.
I'll
Without
chime in.
forcing it.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll chime in a little bit on very professional report that you wrote, very, very professional, very, very appreciated.
Answered all our questions. If there were any.
What I always set out to do.
Yep.
Make it.
More information is better than a lot of
Yeah.
other stuff, so it's good. It's a good report. All right, anybody else? Okay. Guess we'll move on to staff reports. Thank you, Ben. Chief Hardy, do you have anything?
Want to say thank you for moving Engine 3 as a surplus property. We're working on a contract now to offload that. So should hear more about that soon. The engine that we did have purchased that back in 22, we went and did a final on it this week, and it should be arriving in the next week. So try to get that service.
Long time.
Yep.
All right, Chief Open.
We did hire a new employee, we got another officer on the street, we hired him, brought him in as a sergeant, started here at Paola PD, left. He worked here for about 5 years, left here for a couple of years, and now he's back. We're happy to have him, we're happy for the experience. And so we're back to 3 sergeants now, so I'm happy about that.
Very good. Mitch.
We're up to 1,300 permits for the year. It's started to slow down a little bit. So we've been able to catch our breath some and, all of the chaos has kind of, helped prepare us for
Yeah.
for the now steady. I mean, it'll still be more than normal, but it'll be a lot more steady probably the rest of the year. Yeah. We won't have planning commission next week. We don't have anything for the agenda. But I believe we're gonna have 2 public hearings for September. And then as mentioned, 3 North Walnut was on the dangerous structure. And it was actually demolished yesterday into today, so they're working on hauling all of it off. So I don't know the plans for it yet. I know he mentioned building another house, so see. That's all I got.
Randy.
Nothing.
Stephanie.
I'll just give you an update on our software. So we've got the financial stuff kind of wrapped up and we are getting ready to start utility billing. So that's probably gonna cause a lot of chaos for our customers, but I'm trying to make it as smooth as possible.
Yeah.
But that's all. I think that's coming, should be go live by October, so.
Okay. All right, JR, do you have anything?
Just one thing, it kind of flies under the radar, but we do get a monthly report from the Paola Police Department, and I do appreciate that report. It looks like there's, your officers are busy. Right.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's all I have.
Nothing?
Okay.
Nothing? Josh? Leanne?
I don't have anything either.
What in the world?
Well, I had one more thing, all right. Sorry about that, almost got away with it.
What?
I'll send an email out, but, there's some areas on the sidewalks, Miss Shannon on Baptiste Drive that probably need to have some attention at some point in the near future. I'll send an email out to you and have you look at it. But like I said, since I ride my e-bike, I'm starting to see this stuff a little bit, so that's all I had. Thank you.
Okay. I have just a couple things. First, we have, Justin Elliott that has agreed to serve on planning commission. If we could get a motion to approve it's not a reappointment, though, it's just an appointment of Justin Elliott.
Now I
You're
move to approve the appointment of Justin Elliott to the planning commission.
I'll second
McMahon.
Aye.
Hugo.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Shield.
it. Aye.
All right, thank you for that. Just a reminder for no one in this room, because you guys all know about it, but anybody that watches the meetings about the downtown master plan survey. If somebody needs a link, it's on the city website, it's on our social media, or if you know any one of us, I'm sure they could contact anybody and we can get that information out. Also back to schools tomorrow. So thank you to the police department in advance. I know the first few days are pretty rough, but after that, it seems to smooth out pretty fast, so. Just reminding to everybody, if you don't have to go on hedge lane at 3 o'clock, don't. So,
Yeah.
and thanks to staff for all they do during the school year to make sure everything runs smoothly. I know you guys get all kinds of calls and stuff. All right, so that's all I have. If there's a motion to adjourn.
I move
I'll
that we
make that
adjourn.
motion to adjourn, isn't there?
It's one of those.
Here it is, second.
Yeah.
Yeah, making hers to a second.
McMahon.
Aye.
Hugo.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Shields.
Aye.
All right, meeting adjourned.
Short and sweet. Short and sweet.
It's got a little shoulder on it.